train you're seeing now is a -9 Lionel diesel locomotive, which is being used by most of the railroads today of the 21st century. Passenger cars are superliners, which Amtrak is presently using, and are modern to all extent. They've got all the amenities that you'd want on a passenger train. A little more than 100 years ago, Lionel Joshua Collins began a legacy of model railroading that carries on today. During the mid-50s, this legacy hit its peak. In recent years has begun a resurgence and a building of this model railroading fund that boys throughout the U.S. and the world have continued to build them. The trains that he built ran on 3-rail track powered by transformers. Many boys received their first model train for a Christmas present. That's how I started out in model railroading. My older brothers had a set, and in 1948 I received my first set. Over the years I've enjoyed building of the models, not only of the buildings but of the scenery and much of the stuff that goes along with it. The locomotive you're seeing now is the SD45, which is a scale replica of the EMD, which is Electromotive Division of General Motors, who make the SDs. The locomotive is made by Williams Model Train Locomotive Company. The D&H locomotive, the SD45, is pulling the mixed consist of both modern and older train cars. As you can tell by some of the markings on the different cars, Illinois Central, Burlington Northern, some of the older train companies, the railroads that are no longer in existence, Wabash, Grand Trunk, and so forth. It also has some double stack cars which are of the utmost modern era. So there's a combination of both new and old. Many model railroaders like to do an era. I like to run whatever I happen to like at the time. That's why you're seeing a mixture here. Another thing, as a model railroader, I try to set up little vignettes of perhaps the railroad workers working along the railroad. There might be a scene that takes place in or around the hotel. It could be that there's a scene in the backyard. There could be a scene over by the factory. People are working, loading the back end of an 18-wheeler. The town of Bridger is a little town nestled in the Rocky Mountains in Montana. Many of the buildings are from the late 1800s, early 1900s. I've built most of the buildings that you see in town. There's a hotel, a Wells Fargo bank. There's a factory building. In the town square, we have a gazebo where people can meet and relax during the day. Next to the factory, the American Tool and Die, there's a old industrial lead. Many years ago, gives the illusion that at one time there was a spur there that the factory used to use, but is now out of service and is rusting away, and grass and nature is slowly taking over. I wanted to have a Bedine's Diner on the layout, although the building is not a copy of the one that he owned. Just the idea of Bedine's Diner in downtown Bridger was something that I knew I had to have. Many of the buildings that I built are from the Victorian era, although the time frame of the layout is the present time as we live today. But many of the buildings are going to give the illusion it is an older town that has been around for 100 or 150 years. It's important when you're building a model rail layout. Before I painted the walls, it's just basically concrete. People would kind of come down and look at the layout, and there really wasn't much depth to it. But by painting scenery on the background, on the walls, it really adds to the depth and the perception that you're looking at a real city and having the scenery as near to being realistic as possible really adds to the layout. The railroad also is extremely busy. As you can tell, the locomotives are still coming and going. The station is very busy. People are waiting for their trains to take them to who knows where. It could be the West Coast, the East Coast, or just down to the next station, a few miles down the road. The railroad has many passenger trains coming through all Amtrak. They've got a train station that is made by MTH. All railroads have yards where they keep various different cars and locomotives that aren't in use. My railroad is very much the same as those railroads. I have a couple of Long Island GP20s that are in the yard, along with the original steam engine that I got in 1948, which is a Prairie 262 locomotive, or 675. All of those locomotives still work very much as they did when I first got them. Bridger, like any other city, remains active right into the night. All the buildings are lit, we've got street lights, and it adds to the aura of the town to be able to turn out all the lights in the basement and look at the town from a nighttime standpoint. We felt that the pictures that we took during the nighttime scene came out very well, and we wanted to incorporate that into the train movie. As you can see, there's activity inside the hotel with a hotel front lobby. There's something really exciting, I think, about a train station after dark. There's certain lighting there, the sounds of the locomotives rumbling in the background. You've got the light reflecting off the silver rails. You can see the people standing there waiting for their train, and there's just something really nice about a nighttime scene at the local train station.